Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with a new video for you all, and this time it's gonna be a little different video. So I'm gonna share some art hacks with you guys, those who use acrylic painting. So let's get started. The first one is how to keep your brushes clean. As you know, when you use acrylic paint, it dries out really fast, and we don't clean them properly, you will ruin your brushes accidentally. So sometimes if you leave some acrylic paint on your brushes and don't dip it in the water, what happens, it dries out and then it just ruin your brushes. So I have few of those brushes. So what I will do here is I'll take some hand sanitizer gel, which already you have at your home these days, and then put it in a container and then try to kind of dip your brushes and try to rub the tip like this, and you can see the paint comes out so easily, you guys. It's just magic. So it's just the best way to clean your brushes, and then after that rinse it with some water, and voila, you have your clean brushes. So this is the best way to keep your brushes clean. And the second thing is, usually what we need to do here is take a conditioner, and you need to wash your brushes the same way you do your hair. Okay, so you need to keep them smooth and clean. So for that, sometimes 1 or 2 weeks you need to clean them with a conditioner. So the second one here is the how to make a DIY metallic paint if you can't buy one, and if you already have one silver metallic paint. The easiest way to do it here is, suppose you want some color that you don't have in your metallic paint kit. So suppose I want this turquoise or a teal green color in metallic. I will take some teal green or turquoise color, and then I'll mix it with the metallic silver. So in this way, so just keep it in mind, the more metallic you will add into it, the more metallic-y yes, it's a word, I guess, the more metallic-y the paint will look. So that is the way to make a metallic color, any metallic color. I don't know if you can see it here because of the light, but it is quite metallic-y okay, or sparkly, you can say. So this is the best way to make any metallic color paint that you want to make. So let's move on to the next hack, and that is to how to save your paint. Sometimes you are painting and there's a lot of paint left on your palette which you don't want to waste for the next day. So what I do here is I have this wet tissue paper, or any kind of wet cloth if you have, and then cover it with a foil or a plastic wrap, and the next day your color will be same as the previous one. It won't dry out. Or the second thing that you can do here is, if you have a spraying bottle, so this one is a hand sanitizer spray, but I am using it with some water. I'm filled it with the water, and now it's a spraying bottle. So just spray it with some water, and then cover it with the plastic wrap, and the same thing, the color won't dry out. So sometimes if I will come back after 1 or 2 hours to paint it again, I just spray it with the water and cover it with the cling film, and that's it. It never dries out. So the next one is how to create the darker shades. Okay, whenever you want any darker shade, suppose you have a sky blue color, you want to make a darker shade of blue. Okay, so what you do, don't ever use a black. Okay, that's a big no. When you use a black, it will become muddy like this, so it doesn't gives you the right color. So instead of that, mix it with a little bit of brown or the burnt umber, and here you have a darker shade of blue or any other color. Okay, so next move on to the very important part here, that is to create a skin tone shades. When I started, I didn't know how to make a skin tone, so I used this Faber-Castell already made skin tone color, but I'll show you how to do it. So for this you need brown, red, yellow, blue, and some white. So you will have all these 5 colors, put it in your palette, and don't mix them all together. So as per the amount of, you know, the darker flesh tones and lighter flesh tones, we'll keep mixing and we'll get all those different shades. I'll show you how. So put them nicely on the, just a little bit, teeny tiny. You don't need you know, high amount of these blues and red color, just a teeny tiny amount on the palette, and then we'll start mixing them. So the more color that you want here is the white one. Mix it with the brown and see, and just a bit of, teeny bit of yellow, but I took a lot, then yellow, then red, and again it's a bit darker than I want it to be. So see, now you have that basic brownish kind of skin tone that you want. Or if you want to make it much lighter, keep adding white to it and you'll see how different kind of shades of you know, skin tone you'll get. So not all skins are the same color, so whatever kind of a portrait you're making, any kind of, so according to that you can change the tones. Just mix it little bit of pink, or if you want to make it pinkish, little bit of red and white, according to that. So this is how you make skin tones, and it's pretty easy. Okay, so move on to the next one that is very important, which is how to keep your water clean. So when you're painting, you have this water in a bowl, and when you what do you do when you want to change the color? You put it and dip in the water, clean it with the water. Okay, but again, then you, what you should not do here is just dip in the water and see how the water gets dirty so fast. So instead you just take a cloth and first clean the color with the cloth, then dip it in the water and see the water is much clearer than the previous one. So it's the best way to keep your water clean. Okay guys, so that was all the small tips and tricks or hacks, you can say, for the acrylic painting, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please give me a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Next time I'll come up with a new video for you all. Till then, bye bye, see you soon.